Welcome to Bourbon, Whiskey, and Scotch. I am Stone, and today we are at Oaken Match in Campbellsville, Kentucky, doing another Women Wednesday. We got a special guest today, Miss Andrea. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Brian?
I am good. And drinks we are featuring today is the Paper Plane. Of course, Paper Plane has got bourbon in it. I forgot what all this has in it, but when you come to Oaken Match, it's in the it's on the menu. So we're gonna get straight into it. You ready to try these?
I am. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Thank you for coming on. It's good. What you tasted in it? It's citrusy.
Little tart, little citrusy, but I like coming to Oaken Match and trying new drinks that they have. I do. I mean, even Oaken Match influenced me when I'm, got into my entrepreneur idea because it's unique and different here, and I like that. So, and I like trying new drinks and new things. So. Right.
And they make wonderful drinks. This one reminds me of, I don't know if you had it, it's the Renewal. A little bit.
Yeah, I hadn't had that one.
And it reminds me a little bit of the what's that other one?
I like the Sabin. That's one I like.
I had that one. What's all in that one?
It's maybe a little sweeter than this, but reminds me of kind of a more martini kind of drink like this one is,
Okay. Okay, it sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good. What's the whiskey sour?
Oh yeah.
This reminds me of the whiskey sour.
Right, has that little kick bite to it.
Right,
yeah.
right. You can really taste the lime juice in it. And so it's really good. Y'all gotta try this out.
Yes.
So are you usually a bourbon drinker, or what's your preference?
Okay, well, about a year ago, bourbon became my preference because I have been living in Kentucky for 6 years and had not experienced drinking bourbon. And it was actually a year ago, New Year's Eve. I was at the airport going to see a friend in Charleston, and I was at the airport bar, and I said, I need to, own where I'm at right now. And I ordered a bourbon before I got on that plane, and I sat there and I sipped it, and ever since then, now I come here and I've bought a few bottles of bourbon, been on some tours, come here and have bourbon. So I'm a converted bourbon. I'm converted.
We started Women Wednesday. What gave me the idea, for one, Oaken Match just got they got a lot of drinks with bourbon in it.
Yes.
With bourbon. I haven't seen a lot of that.
Yes.
For two, they are very good. And for three, a lot of women tend to stick to like gins, vodkas, and rums, tequilas, not really knowing you can have good mixed drinks with bourbon.
With bourbon in it,
so that's what gave me the idea of starting a Women Wednesday. And
I've never liked real sweet drinks like with the real fake mixes and stuff. I like here they use the real lime juice, the real lemon juice, because to me, if it's just that like real fake sweet taste, I don't like it. It'll give you a headache too.
And that's what separates Oaken Match from other bars. They take the time and they put the heart into these drinks. So you say you've been so you bought you some bourbons. What bourbons you bought? What you drawn to?
I like I bought Elijah Craig. I mean, sometimes I gotta look at the price point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might, but I think for the price point, I like I like that one. And oh gosh, I'm gonna draw a blank, of course. but something around that $40 to $50 price range. Even that Yellowstone, that brewery, the distillery that's out towards Lebanon. I like theirs, and
So you've been there.
Yes.
Already. Before that, real quick, if you like, for that range, it's a good bourbon. You can get Woodford Reserve.
Yes.
Woodford Reserve.
I haven't.
Pretty good. At that range. Grenadine 114 is a good one. It's $35 range. What else for that dollar range? If you want to go a tad bit, you want to push like 60.
Yeah, 54, 60, that range.
Woodford Reserve Double O. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like the Woodford, the double oak, but you probably won't go back to regular Woodford.
Right.
Knock it out the park.
And so when I come here, I'll sometimes get a double of something, maybe a little higher end than I would, buy the whole bottle to give it a try.
And that's the whole point of bars, because you don't want to invest into a bottle that you don't like.
Yes. Yeah.
And so it's a good thing we can have a bar like this to, let me try that bottle.
Teaches you something.
Get you a double pour or a pour and sip on it and see if you like it. So, distillery tours. I've been on one. I've been on the Woodford one, and I loved it.
Yes.
A couple years back for my birthday, we actually are going to one on Saturday. It's called Fresh Distillery in Lexington, Kentucky, on East Main, black owned. So we're excited for that. Hopefully we can record on that one. So, what all have you been on as far as distillery tours?
I haven't been to too many, actually. I've been, they're hard sometimes to book. I've gone into some of the gift shops and just tried things or bought things, but yeah, I can't say I've got to go through the walkabout as much as the.
And most of the gift shops are nice.
Oh, they are nice.
They're real nice, and you can find good deals sometimes on bourbons. If you know when to go and what time of year to go.
Yes.
So, Miss Andrea is a barber. And so, what got you into that to be a barber?
Well, I was in high school and I already had a passion to do hair. I already had my brain on getting to my career and doing hair. And I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. We had a great barber school there, and I didn't want to go to cosmetology school because I didn't want to spend any of my hours on fingernails and facials and certain things that are incorporated. I wanted to spend my hours of learning on cutting hair and coloring hair.
Okay.
And so a barber school really, focuses on those hair needs, and the hours aren't spread out into other arenas that I wasn't interested, or passionate about.
Okay.
So, though my career, I've been in it for a while, I'll say that without giving away too much information. but with my barbering license, I still found myself working more in hair salons in the beginning of my career. And, did majority women, I'd get the husbands and the boyfriends and whatnot, but I had, a strong female clientele in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. Even went down and worked in Miami, South Beach, my early 20s. That was fun. Spent 5 years down in South Beach, which gave me a chance to even, work with more diverse hair and cultures and just even expand, my knowledge in the trade even more so. Okay. Found myself back in Atlanta, young, married with some kids, so went on back home and settled in, and actually was a salon owner there. But just to fast forward, I ended up in Campbellsville in 2018. Okay. And I decided, that I wanted to focus more back into barbering, where I started, my roots of how I learned, and just kind of, just hone in on that. Plus, I'd had a 20-year clientele. I know what that took to build, and that takes a while. So I thought, barbering could maybe be a little bit of a quicker road to clientele. Right. Male clients come in more frequent. They have a tendency to walk in or try somebody new. And, I was kind of ready to go back to my roots. Right. And go back to barbering. And, because within the hair industry, I get bored. Right. So I want to switch it up. I want to go from cutting to color to wedding hair to men's barbering. Because if I'd just been doing the same thing for decades, I'd probably, I'd like change too, and stuff like that. So when I was here, my idea was to go teach at the barbering school. I noticed there was a barbering college, and I thought, maybe I'm at that place in my career that, I'd love to give back and teach and educate, and there just wasn't a position there for me, to do that. So ironically enough, though, I'm now opening a barber shop, and one of my goals about having a barber shop is to provide some stations for these guys and girls that are coming out of our Campbellsville University Barber School, because I have the knowledge now that there's not very many chairs in this town, and the shops are full,
right,
and the chairs are full. And not only did I want to provide a unique place for myself to work, but I wanted to also in some way help, you know, the newcomers and learn from them and them learn from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just excited to I'm stoked about putting a shop here in the heart of Campbellsville and bringing on some new barbers with me and us just learning and growing together. Right. And I'm not competing with anybody else because I've got a twist. My place is going to be unique and has a twist to it. Okay. So it's more, you know, I just want to provide something different.
That's what's up.
And I got skills and, you know, and I've got things to share and I got things to learn. So I'm just excited about the opportunity for myself. I actually been talking to some some graduates that are coming up. I've had 3 students come up through the shop. I've only been open less than a week.
That's what's up.
I've had 3 students come into the shop. I've gotten nothing but compliments about how the place looks and excitement and about the location. You know, it's right there by the college, so it's sidewalk. If you don't have a car and you need to walk, you walk right to the shop. It's on the sidewalk, hooked up to the college. I saw that location, I knew it when I saw the location. It gave me the courage to do it because I think location is real important too.
Right,
you know?
shout out the location.
So it's 209 East Broadway Street, and it's right there by the college and the CVS, and I'm right there. Just walk right up on the sidewalk and come in, and it's just the visibility from the street. I just hung my barber pole. I have a vintage barber pole that just is so dear to me that I came across, and I just got it wired and hung up yesterday.
Okay.
And
I think I seen it on your snap.
Just getting it hung up and everything. And you know, I love to pay homage to the tradition.
If y'all made it this far in the video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Don't be scared. Just hit the click and comment. Comment, comment, comment.
Of barbering, because it's just cool.
Yeah,
it's like a tattoo artist, or it's got history, it's got tradition, it's got, you know. So I have mad respect for the tradition of barbering, but I want to also offer, you know, I've had 2 guys come in that have never had their hair shampooed in their life by somebody.
Really?
And I shampooed these guys' hair and they were like, I love it. Oh, I about fell asleep. Like, you know, they're in their 20s, 30s and have never, you know, so it's like my idea is to pay, you know, tribute to the heritage of barbering, but then also bring this little twist. And I have experience with cutting long hair and styling hair and coloring beards and doing straighteners and all these things that, you know, I can provide in my barbershop because I got a nice shampoo bowl, nice relaxing shampoo bowl in there. So that just gives me an opportunity that I don't have to hold back on some things that I'm good at, that I want, you know, I want the community to experience that maybe they haven't experienced in this town. So that's kind of, you know, and
that's what this town needs, a traditional barbershop. A lot of people don't know what the history, like back in the day, you used to go to your barbershop for medicine.
Yes, they were.
They have, of course, your drinks, your snacks, and stuff like that. But there's a lot of history that people don't know when it comes to a barber shop. The conversation you will have, the news you will get there. I love it going as a kid. I go to that's one in Danville. I got a friend of mine. He got a barbershop in Danville. When I can get up there, I go and I get my hair cut, but I can just sit all day and just relax and have a laugh and watch the game or dive into conversation. Man, I love it. I love barbershop.
That's what I like too. I'm a very warm, friendly, outgoing kind of person. If somebody's going to come in the shop, even if they're waiting on somebody else to cut their hair or whatever, I'm going to get involved in the conversation. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to let them know that I'm happy they're there. I don't care if they're male, female, black, white. I want them all in my shop and to feel inclusive. I feel like, you know, that's just how my vibe's going to be. It's just going to be different. To me, the more diversion and the more that everybody feels inclusive in there, that they don't feel like some people, you know, I feel like want to go to a barber shop, but they don't know if they fit the barber client, you know, fit a certain thing, and they might feel uncomfortable coming in, like, you know, like a guy with long hair or a female that likes short hair. You know, sometimes they're like, you know, am I going to feel welcome in that barber shop? You know, and I just want them to feel like, yeah, I'm in this cool hip barber shop. If I want to get a straight shave, I can, but if I want to get my hair shampooed and fussed over, I can do that too, you know, instead of it having to be separated, you know. And so that's kind of who I am and what I want to bring to the table. And so I'm super excited about it, you know.
G, you got Q&A? Yeah. She answered everything. I had questions, but you answered everything. I ain't have to ask nothing.
I'm like, did I forget anything? No, just kidding.
Hey, promote your stuff.
Three questions that you know, this drink here. Would you rather have this drink get ready to be exclusive? Or would you rather have it?
I think I would have this drink at the start of a night out, because it just feels a little kind of like a light and kind of like a fun, easy drink to start the night out with. So that's what I'm thinking.
Now, I'll just be here.
As far as doing hair, if I had something to drink,
Yes, have you ever asked to drink and just created something like
no, but this is what I've done. I have gotten, you know, someone's color on, or got through the cutting process, got through the techniques, because there's steps and there's techniques, and you don't want to miss a step and then feel guilty that you were maybe, you know, not on your game and you missed a, you know, important step. But when it's come to the end of a service, if it's with a, you know, a close friend or someone that I'm comfortable with, and that they feel comfortable with that, I have been known to say at the shampoo process at the end, or during the blow dry, something that just comes very second nature. I've been known to, you know, sip on a glass of wine or something and enjoy that, you know, camaraderie with my clients and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, professional. I like it. Side by portion. I heard you say you from the A. I'm from the A. What part of the A are you from?
Just northwest of Atlanta, maybe 20-30 miles. Suburbs like Marietta, Roswell, Woodstock, Alpharetta. Yeah, that north end. Although, right. Not well, you know, in my 20s, I did work. I started my career in Buckhead, and I also worked in Virginia Highlands area. But I grew up more on the, you know, north. I could say I'm from all over. I represent Atlanta all over. I got South Side family. I got West Side family. I got North Side family. And I got East Side family. I just represent Atlanta all around.
Last question. 1 to 10, rank the drink, and then tell us what you suggested to the friends.
I would probably rank it in my personal, I've had so many good drinks here, that's the thing. I would probably rank it about a 7 for me. Just because there's just other drinks that I'd probably want to go back to beforehand. But it's a great drink. I think especially maybe for like a female that is, say, used to like a vodka-based martini, you know, something like that this would be a great transition, because it barely tastes like a bourbon drink. But I've kind of I feel like I've already kind of gone into a little deeper bodied bourbon drinks.
And she said it correct, people. If I wouldn't look on the menu and see it was bourbon in it, I would have thought a vodka or a
rum or vodka kind of martini, gin maybe or something.
Right,
yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's very good. It's a drink I can sip on all night. Won't get over tipsy. You know, I can get home safely. My mom, she ain't a drinker, but she likes to sip every now and then. This would be a good one for my mother. or to new bourbon drinkers that's just coming in, this would be a very good one to start out with. If you haven't had or if you haven't had a bourbon mixed drink, this would be a very good one to start out with. You want to tell the people your social medias and where they can find you? So
yes, wonderful. So it's Modern Roots is the name of the barber shop. And again, with the name, you can tell, modern is to bring in something fresh and trend setting, but then the roots is more from the heritage and the homage to pay, to the tradition of barbering. And so it's Modern Roots, and you can like my page on Facebook and follow me. And I'm putting information up every day right now. I've pretty much hired, I shouldn't say pretty much, I've hired a gentleman today. His name is Chuck Johnson. He's going to be graduating from the Campbellsville University Barbering School in March. And Chuck. Yes, I'm so excited about him. And again, he walked in and we stood there, and before we knew it, we'd talked a whole hour. And he said, I got to get back over to the school. This was my lunchtime. But we just spoke so freely, and he just felt, like we just both felt a good vibe and a good energy together. And I just can't wait for him to come in there just from the beginning and help me get it off the ground. So shout out to Chuck Johnson. And I'm sorry, so Modern Roots Facebook is what I've got up right now as far as social media.
Real quick, so you do walk-ins and appointments, or just walk-ins?
I'm doing walk-ins and appointments, and I'm really still working on the hours and the needs of the community. I'm trying to figure out, a couple late nights, couple early mornings, so I just really want, to see, I want to fit the needs of the community. So I'm kind of still testing the waters on the hours and all that.
That's what's up. And for future views, future visions, how many people do you want in there? How many chairs do you want?
Yes, it's a pretty big space. It kind of goes back, and I've got it set up where any barber is going to have plenty of elbow room. We're not going to be stepping on each other's toes. Right. And it'll comfortably fit 4 barbers. Okay. So I've just hired my first barber, so there's going to be room for 2 more, and still have a nice wall in the back with the shaving sink and the shampoo bowl and all for everybody to use community wise. And so and some hangout space in the front for people who, like you were saying, if you want to stay and chat. I've got a nice welcoming area right in the front with just some chairs to sit in and wait. So it's not like, it's not one of those where when you get out of the barber chair, you got to leave the shop. You can get your hair cut and then go and just still hang out. There's extra seating and stuff.
What's up?
Yeah.
We're going to come in, G, going to come check you out.
Please do.
We will.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
If there's any event you have as far as the barbershop and you want to promote, just get in contact with us, let us know. We will come to the barbershop and record, or if you want to do it here, we will.
Yes, I'm in touch with doing a ribbon cutting. Okay. And then I'm also I'm going to have to throw a little party up there. I'm going to have to throw a party for the people that have helped. I didn't even mention just the people I've met in this community.
If you shout them out. We got time.
I just let me think. Plum Right, Donnie Edwards for painting the place. Plum Right for doing my plumbing. Just the people that I've just met along the way in the last year here that have just encouraged me to do this. I'm not rooted here. I didn't have a strong clientele base, but it's the people that I've met here that said, you've got the personality, you need to do this, it's going to work. And just so all that encouragement, my children that have just, helped me creatively and conceptual, my 25-year-old daughter, Caitlin, helping me with just, my everything from my branding to my signage and just everything that's going on. And just so a shout out to my kids and just the people here in this community that are, allowing me to cut their hair and helping me, make a name for myself here.
That's what's up. Y'all go check out Modern Roots. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Stone.
Andrea.
Yeah.